Christmas, everyone, and it's really nice to see you back at my channel, Finding America. On this video, the first half takes place in a town in East Tennessee. We did some research and found a section of woods that was near a headquarters in a field hospital. This is a section of woods we've never even been to, never hunted before. So when we got out there, it was a little tough getting some targets. It obviously been hunted for a very, very long time, but we did manage to pull out some finds, and actually I pulled out an incredible find. I was not expecting it at all, and I have to say it's probably my best Civil War relic this year. After we hunted those woods for a while, we went over to a field across town that we'd had our eye on, and we found some nice things over there too. Nice relics popped out, and got some nice coins right at the end of the hunt too. So I really hope you enjoy this video, and Merry Christmas to everyone once again. Well, Chris and I are out here bright and early on a Sunday morning. We're in some woods that bordered a high activity place during the Civil War, and obviously been hunted a few times because it's pretty quiet out here, but we're starting to get a few signals, and Chris got the first good signal.
I thought it was another shotgun shell. It rang up just like a 14 on the Knox, and I don't know, I thought it was a ball button at first, but
that's some sort of a
something. I don't know.
Got a little bit of a sprue, or pretty hard to say. I like it though. It's not quite lead, is it?
No, it's not heavy enough for a bullet, as far as I know.
All right. Well, we'll see what we come across next. Cool find, Chris.
Thank you.
About the same time Chris found that piece, I got a nice iron signal. I went ahead and dug it, and I got myself part of a shoe. Still got some hobnails in it, so that's pretty cool. I like digging the iron. Sometimes the iron relics really turn out to be something interesting. Well, I'm continuing to go ahead and dig the iron signals. This was a campsite, and we're close to where there was a headquarters and a field hospital, and I dug down about 9 inches and pulled out this big piece of iron. I like it. It's very cool. Forged. You can see where it's been sort of machined off. I'm thinking I might have a piece to a wagon chassis. Kind of looks like a center link. The bolt would have gone through here, and it could have been some sort of steering linkage, but very big piece of iron. Definitely period. Very cool. Well, I moved 2 feet to the right, got another banging iron signal. This was only a couple inches down, but I got another half shoe. I'm starting to think this might have been a part of the camp where they had the wagons and horses. Reached that decision for obvious reasons, but that's kind of cool. We'll see what else is here. A lot of times I like to dig the iron because, not every time, but every once in a while, there'll be a conductive target in the hole that was being masked by the big iron. So I like to dig this stuff and recheck the hole before I move on. Hopefully I get a surprise. Now, it's funny how things work out sometimes. Right after I said that, I went on to my next hole, and that's exactly what happened. And let me tell you, this find, it just blew me away. All right, well, I found something really, really cool, and I got a little bit excited over this one. Now, I was just saying that I like to dig the iron because it masks other targets. Well, I got a big iron signal right here, but I was getting a little blip, just a little blip. It was ringing 0621, and I thought, well, let me go ahead and dig it down, see what it is. I only had to dig 3 or 4 inches. I called Chris over here because I wanted him to see this, and he brought his brush over. I didn't bring mine. But I found some kind of piece here. I'm hoping this is coming in. If you can see the cannon, you can see the 2 wheels and then the cannon. And down here in the bottom, that's a stack of cannonballs. There's 3, 2, and 1 stacked up on top of each other. It still has gold gilt on it. The backside has a nice patina. So I'm finding wagon parts, horseshoes, and now we found some sort of like little piece of jewelry or accoutrement for artillery.
Whatever it is, it's killer.
It's killer. Wow. If anyone has any ideas about this piece, feel free to leave something in the comments. I've never actually seen anything like this dug before. Very, very cool piece. That makes my day. I'd say wow. That's all I could say when I found that thing. I was like, wow. I just couldn't believe I found that piece. It was just an awesome piece. It was just, those are the kind of pieces I really like to find. Those are the personal items that a soldier had with them. And I found it, what, 4 or 5 days ago, this past Sunday. And ever since I've been kind of wondering what were the circumstances of it, you know, being lost there. You know, was it a gift from his wife or his sweetheart, or did he buy it from one of the sutler wagons or sutler stores that were, you know, set up on the edge of camp? Unfortunately, we'll probably never know, but I was just so grateful to be able to save that little piece of history. It's such a unique find. Well, just moved on a few feet from there. I got another slight target in between some iron and underneath a whole bunch of vines and branches. Cleared it out. It was only a couple inches down, but I've got some kind of fired bullet here. I think it might be period. Definitely got some nice, it does have some white patina. So Chris and I made it over to this little strip here where they clear cut the area for power lines. As you can see, got a long area all the way down the hill. And I was up here and I got like a 1243, 1244, and it was so unusual to have such a high tone. I was joking with him. I said, oh, I got a silver dime. Of course I was calling for seeded, but I did get a silver dime. It's definitely seen better days. It looks like it got caught in the combine. The bottom half is just ripped right off, but it is a Merc. And I guess it will count as number 49 for the year. So, unfortunately, I think it got ripped off right where the date would have been. But hey, I'll take that. Pretty cool find. It was about 8 inches down. I was getting a iron target, but occasionally if I get a certain direction, I get like a 1222, 1223 squeaking out of the iron tone. And I dug down this piece of lead. It's very unusual shape, that's for sure. I have no idea why it looks like that, but pretty interesting. It's definitely got old patina, so could very well be Civil War period. I almost thought pencil when I dug it, but there's no way to tell for sure. Could just be some slag. Well, Chris and I changed locations. We moved over to a field a little bit across town. Another field that has Victorian activity, Victorian history, Civil War history. And first good target was ringing up like a 1244 and got a nice little deep buckle. Little brass buckle, so pretty cool find. Chris came over, he found a pretty cool token. What'd you get there, Chris?
One of the ones that had a penny in it.
Oh yeah.
Keep me and never go broke. You can just barely see the horseshoe and a 4-leaf clover there.
Cool.
On this side, I think it says something City National Bank of Morristown, Tennessee.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Too bad we couldn't find the penny.
I know.
I guess he went broke. He needed that penny.
Yeah.
Well, I guess someone drove a long ways to go banking in Morristown.
Yeah, it's kind of weird out here.
Yeah. Oh well, that's pretty cool,
Neat.
man. I like that. Good fun.
Thank you.
Well, got another signal. This one was ringing up pretty close to a nickel. It was ringing about 1012, 1013. Dug down, but not a nickel. Looks like I got a fork. I haven't pulled it out yet. Definitely has some age to it. Very cool. Wow. Very nice. Yep. Definitely an old one. I'll get that cleaned up and see if there's anything, see what kind of design it has. Well, yet again, I got a nickel signal. It's ringing in just same as before, 1213, 1214. I found this. It was actually folded over. I unfolded it, and I really don't know what to make of it. At the top it says Chapman. In the center it has a date 1971, and then on the bottom it says POLNU or NO. Not quite sure. I'll clean it up, give you all a better picture. If anyone has any ideas of what this is, would definitely like to know. Chris is over here digging about 10 feet away from me, and he got something out of his hole.
A pistol ball.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah.
Might be like 32.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's pretty small.
It's tiny.
It's round. It's cool.
Rang up like a nickel.
Well, Chris called me over, so coming over, said something about a thimble. Let's see. Oh, baby.
It's shiny.
Yeah, it is. It's got the Greek key pattern along the bottom border. Huh.
I clean the inside out. It almost looks like it's shining up inside too.
Hey,
if it's silver, that's my first silver. Oh God.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to clean it up. See if it's marked. Well, we'll get this cleaned up and see if it's got any markings on it.
It was down a good 5-6 inches in that hole, man.
Very cool.
Blip.
Well, that's an awesome find, dude.
Yeah, I like it.
Alright. Well, Chris came over. He got a couple finds. What'd you get there?
It's Harriet Hubbard Ayer Incorporated. Famous beauty preparations. Must be some old
cosmetic or...
Yeah.
Let's see if I can get a... It says New York, London, and Paris. That's pretty cool.
Some kind of cream.
You got something else, didn't you? Chris got something very odd.
That's all I've been getting lately is odd.
Yes, this place is full of odd.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's some kind of knob. It kind of looks like a knob, but...
I guess it's maybe copper showing through?
Yeah. Some kind of ball.
Different.
It's very thin. So, mystery item. Well, Chris called me over. He said he got a nice buckle. Oh yeah, that is
strange
cool.
looking to me.
That's another Victorian buckle out of this place.
Oh yeah.
Let me see. If
Number 4? 3?
5 maybe. Wow.
They had some money. I just wish they would have lost more of it.
Yeah, but very cool. Very unusual fastening mechanism on the back.
Yeah.
Very cool, man. I like it.
Yeah.
Well, I got a signal. It was a real strong 1238, about 4 inches down. I was fully expecting a wheat penny, but it appears I got myself an Indian. So I'm going to go ahead and toothpick this, and we'll find out what year it is, and you'll get a better look at it. That's very cool. I always like it when you're expecting a wheat Indian pops up. Well, toothpicked her enough to see the date is 1906, and yep, that's a cool find. Very happy with that. I went about 10 feet further, got a very strange signal. It was a 113. It just locked on 113 over and over. And I got what appears to be an old nickel, but it was sort of laying on edge here. It was laying in the hole just like that. And so I'm going to clean this up. I have a feeling it might be a V-nickel, but let me go ahead and toothpick it and we'll find out what it is. Well, she toothpicked up pretty good. Both sides actually. Since it was laying on its side, both sides seem to come out pretty nice. But yep, that's a 1907 Liberty Head nickel, or V-nickel. And yeah, I'll take a little better shot later on so you can see what it looks like, but that's pretty cool. Dug that right there, and right up there is where I got the 1906 Indian. Come down here, got the 1907 Liberty Head.